Well, hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Before we continue with our usual Wednesday video thought, I do want to make sure you know that we have our family gathering and church conference this Sunday afternoon. We'll be looking at a number of things, results from our annual survey, kind of a state of the church, and sharing some announcements about in-person worship that is to come. So I hope you'll tune in. This Sunday, 4 o'clock, just go to our website and there'll be a live stream link for you to join us there. There'll be a chat so you can ask questions and we'll moderate those and do our best to answer them. So blessed, supremely happy are the meek, the mild, the gentle, the powerless. Of all the Beatitudes, this one has had the most interesting and varied interpretations. You know, for the last few weeks, we've been looking at the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount and what are called the Beatitudes, meaning supremely blessed, supremely happy. And we have looked at the poor in spirit. We've looked at those who mourn. And today, blessed are the meek. Well, the Greek word for meek is the word prius. And it's a word that Jesus uses of himself when he says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle, prius, and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Some scholars, such as Albert Schweitzer and John Nolland, believe that the word here is to mean powerless. And that really fits with the Beatitudes, those early Beatitudes that we've looked at, that focus on the circumstances of life, poverty, grief, rather than matters of one's character. Others believe that the term is more like gentle, like strength without harshness. For example, the term in classical Greek that was used to train a horse was prius. A horse that was meeked was no longer wild, but useful in battle, not afraid, but controlled. But I love what Jesus says that the blessing of being meek is. You will inherit the earth. You don't go being a power hungry, I'm going to go grab it and take it. But one who knows that everything is a gift from God. And to simply receive what is given, knowing you didn't earn it, but that you received it as a gift. You know, when my grandkids are over and it's time to distribute the candy or the cake or the cookies, because of course that's what grandparents are for, right? The first candy always goes to the least grabby kid in that moment. The one least able or willing to go get it and fight for it himself. I think God's really a lot like grandparents, you know. Now, none of us want our children to be meek. That isn't the way of the world. We don't want them to be poor or to mourn either, do we? So it fits to say powerless. But we do want them to realize that their lives are really in God's hands and they're a gift. Here's another image. The first step of AA, of any 12-step group, is to admit that you are powerless over alcohol or whatever the addiction is, and that your life has become unmanageable. The first step of the Christian faith is to realize that you are powerless over sin. When we recognize that and we learn that we can't just grit our teeth and make it go away, that we must receive salvation and the Holy Spirit, that sanctifying work of the Holy Spirit, as a gift. So if you were just trying to push harder to claw your way up the ladder of the world, or if you were just trying to work harder to somehow claw your way up to be a better Christian than the next guy, well, give it up. Step back and be patient. And you will inherit the earth as a gift from God. I love you, St. Luke's. Well, we'll see you Sunday.